Larry was sick today, and that guy Ken wouldn't be home before 9.
Who the fuck is Larry?
Magnificent Black.
Oh. I don't think he would appreciate you calling his first name live.
Oh, I didn't know we were live.
I literally told you we're live.
You know how many fucking Larrys there are out there? Chill out.
No, I don't know how many Larrys. You tell me.
I got fucking 3 relatives just named Larry alone in this fucking goddamn within 20 miles. I live in bumfuck nowhere.
Fucking Larry. Jesus Christ. Hold on, let me. What's that?
2 cousins and well, I have 3 cousins, I think. What's the second cousin? Anyways, moving on. Love you too. Quit Get off the TV. You're grounded though.
Why is he grounded?
Try to stab his brother with a knife.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I was at work. Don't ask me. I'll ask your mother.
Jesus.
Can't do nothing about it though. Thanks to our government. Thank you very much. Tell them no. Oh, I can't yell at them either because that's against the rules too. Forgot about that.
Fuck that. All right, Nelson, please share out my post.
Okay.
Why are you out here looking for me on fucking Discord? Like, you can't just shoot me a DM?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
What's up, Brett? What's up, RPG? Fucking Nelson Gaming over here is a fucking pussy.
My wife. Fucking.
And it's asking fucking half the world instead of me personally where I'm at.
Fucking Twitter ain't even working. Anyways, moving on.
So you've been on a moving on mood since we started the fucking stream.
Fucking moving on.
What up, chat? Welcome to the State of the Game podcast. I'm your host, Will 777JP, with my co-host, Mr. Nelson Gaming Culture. Moving on. Fucking pussy. Hey, question for you. Can you guys hear Nelson good? Because he's fucking using some cheap headsets and he's self-conscious about it. So let us know in the chat, please. Before fucking Nelson gives the greatest spiel of his life and you miss it because he's got fucking 13-cent headsets.
Well, if I could just use my $150 fucking PlayStation Pulse ones, but 8 feet's too much to ask for that piece of shit.
Oh, we're going in on PlayStation today. If you're a fucking pony, you better fucking close your eyes to this because you're not gonna like how I'm gonna fuck. I mean, there's no surprises here. Nelson equals Mr. Moving On. Can you guys hear Nelson pretty good? Nelson, say something. Fuck. Sing a song.
Yeah. Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell?
Let us know if you can hear Nelson just fine. Nelson's a little self-conscious today. Yeah, bro, this fucking controller, man, dude, I just want to fucking, cuddle with it. It is fucking amazing. And then I turned it on for the first time right now, and it had to do that update, and I'm like, oh, fuck, now Nelson's going to be really pissed off at me. What's up, Cyber Gaming? How you doing? I'm not like, damn, Nelson's going to be real pissed off at me because it's fucking taking forever, but whatever. We're here today. Y'all. Man, I'm excited to be talking to you guys tonight. I've been itching for the show all week. I ain't gonna lie. I've been fancying being on the show tonight. Mr. Nelson Gaming over here is hey, did they open up your overtime for the next couple weeks, or are you done?
I don't know. I won't know till the week after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It's a week to week now, so I didn't have a whole lot to do today, though. I fucking got out most of the shit that it's back ordered, but we have more orders than we did in November. I was doing mostly overdue shit.
Well, that's good, man. Hey, more money. But
yeah, I know, but I'm used to going in every Sunday now. I don't know if I'll be in there till fucking January. Hopefully, I know I'm not working next weekend.
Well, let's take advantage of what we have with you now. So, y'all, we have we have kind of a full slate of shit for y'all today. A lot of it's gonna be bullshitting. A lot of it's gonna be saying shit that probably isn't too accurate, at least on my part. A lot of it's gonna be ranting, and then a lot of it's gonna be Nelson interrupting people. Oh wait, it's just me this time, so he's not gonna interrupt a lot of times. But we have let's look at our little list here, man, because I have like shitty memory. I know we're gonna be talking about Black Friday sales because I want to shit on Sony for that. We're going to talk a little bit about the Video Game Awards. We're going to be talking about Karugawa. Is that how you say it? Karugawa?
Karugawa.
Just a little bit on that because I did read up on this a little bit. And we're also going to be doing something or going over what Nelson... our top 10 list, right, Nelson? We're gonna be doing that as well.
NES top 10 list.
NES,
my first console.
Wait a minute, you fucking told me SNES, not fucking NES.
For you, I said your first console.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm like, this motherfucker, bro. Okay. Averted.
Your list would be blank.
It would be blank. But yeah, so we got some of that today, and also. I want to ask the chat something as well because I am very curious about this. What games are you fucking playing right now? Please answer me because I've been playing a lot, but not playing dick. So please let me know what you guys been playing. I'm interested to see the answer to that. And Nelson, I'm gonna ask you, what have you been fucking playing this week? Because I feel like I haven't been playing shit, but I've been playing. So please, tell me what you've been playing.
I finished up The Last of Us because I was trying to finish that up because I didn't want to buy it because I was waiting for it to be really, really cheap, but it was on Plus. And I wanted to use my Pro, so I beat The Last of Us remake and the DLC. And I beat Dino Crisis a couple weeks ago. I beat Grand Blue Fantasy Relink this week. That's all that comes to mind right now.
Wait, you beat Grand Blue this week?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You've been chopping at that for a while.
Yeah, I was in the last chapter for a long time because I wanted to do more co-op before I finish it. Then I said, "Fuck it, I gotta finish it because I gotta play Ys 10 yet." So.
Ys 10? What's that?
Ys 10.
Oh, yeah. Ys 10.
Yeah.
You actually
I'm like
were
10 hours into that.
You're the one who got me to buy Relink. You got me to buy that. I bought it while I was on vacation, actually, back in June, July, or whatever. It is a good game. I haven't been back to it, but well, I shouldn't say that. I've been back to it here and there. I don't know. This week, y'all, I've been feeling kind of out of it with my gaming. Like, I beat Lego Horizon, but I did this on autopilot. Like, I got to a point in this game.
Was it hard?
Where well, I did play it in the hardest difficulty to feel something because this game is so fucking easy. But about halfway through the game, I just started skipping every single cutscene, and I never do that ever. Like, cutscenes are an integral part of a video game, like gameplay mechanics. That's how important cutscenes are to me. I never do that with this game. I just couldn't. I just autopilot, just trying to do it, and I finally did. I beat it last night, actually. I've also been playing... I've been playing a lot of shit, man. Nothing's been sticking. And I see the chat here. They've been playing Dragon Age, Helldivers. I played some Helldivers with Nelson last night and his son. We had a great time. RPG, Black Ops 6. I'm like halfway done with the campaign, I think. I got to the part where I fight the zombies in the campaign. And I got to the water tank part of that, and I kind of don't know what to do, so I stopped playing. I never played Dragon Age on PS3, so I cracked it off. Okay. And then what other games? Brett says he's been playing... I don't know where that chat went away. Whatever, but the point is, I haven't really been... I want a game, but I haven't found a game that has really demanded my attention. Except for, I got a little inkling of that feeling with Empire of the Ants. Actually, now Empire of the Ants, I was actually going to show it tonight on the stream, but I decided to do the Lego because I wanted to get the platinum for that because it's so easy. It's like, why not get it? So that's why we got it on tonight. But have you guys been feeling like that, or have you guys been excited to be gaming on whatever game you're currently playing? That is my question to you.
I enjoy this time of year because most of the big games are out, and now I'm trying to clean up the things before I get an onslaught next year. So it's like baseball. I'm cleanup hitting. You know what I mean?
But we don't really know much of what's coming next year.
We will in a couple weeks.
Oh, Brett with the New World, yes. Here, I found my fucking list.
Is that on console now?
Yeah, it is. So last week, I was bitching because I had my list and I completely did not know what I did with it, but I found it again while I was cleaning or setting on my PS5 Pro. And looking at this list, I mean, Dynasty Warriors, which by the way, the demo is out right now on the PS Store. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It is PS5 Pro enhanced for those of you guys that got a PS5 Pro. But outside of that, man, I haven't really seen any like big hitters coming. I mean, Assassin's Creed Shadows, we know that's coming in February. Like a Dragon Yakuza, a Pirate Yakuza's coming.
There's a handful of games just in February.
February is always big. Monster Hunter, Kingdom Deliverance.
I bet you Judas will be early in the year too.
That game I'm fucking interested in. Like, I got a hard on for that game. Gothic Remake should be dropping next year. I don't know when that's coming, but I'm interested. I pre-ordered it on GameStop yesterday for a sale price of $39.99. Already had it on a sale, $20 cheaper, and it ain't even out yet. But yeah, there's a couple of Little Nightmares 3. I'm looking forward to that. Eve's Memoir, Oath, that's for you. But yeah, what are you guys looking forward to next year? Besides like Monster Hunter, shit like that, Assassin's Creed, besides stuff like that, the big ones. Those games we know they're gonna sell, millions upon millions of copies. We know that. What's up, Hero? How you doing? Is this the real Hero or the fucking fake Hero? So we know those are coming.
I bet you about right around December 12th, you're going to be like, man, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do the first 4 months of the year now with myself. We already know February is loaded, but there's always a ton of games at the Game Awards that...
We will see. I'm really looking forward to the Video Game Awards. I know it's you here. I'm just fucking with you. Thank you, bro. Thank you for coming down. How is the weather in Australia? I know you guys, this is your summertime right now. How is it down there? Poe 2, yes. Monster Hunter. What else do we see? Light No Fire. I know RPG's fucking dick is extra hard for that game. What else do we got? Yeah, so we do have some stuff. What's up, Not Your Mother? How you doing, man? Yeah, I mean, there's... Yeah, other than the big good games, War, you know what I mean? Like Slitterhead. I've been looking forward to that. That's not a big, huge, good game. That's a small, little, huge, good game. But yeah, we'll see. I'm a big fan of the Game Awards show.
GTA 6 next year.
GTA 6.
Goes to the Yotai.
I'm not really like hyped for that. Sony got to sell me on that shit. South of Midnight, yes. Thank you, Wara. See, that's why you guys are goated, because you guys are reminding me to stop being a fucking bitch about it and be like, there are games coming out. Claire Obscure 33, Not Your Mother. I'm not into turn-based.
33.
Yes, Expedition 33. I'm not a turn-based guy, but that game has piqued my interest. I mean, the voice acting looks phenomenal. A lot of things in that game look good. But the Video Game Awards, we can actually talk about that. That's our first topic today. The Video Game Awards show starts, it's in December, what is it, 12th, Nelson? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's the 12th. That's why I've been saying the 12th.
The 12th.
That's why I've said the 12th like 10 times. Like, we'll know more on the 12th.
Okay, sorry, dude. I'm trying to run a fucking show here, trying to keep my notes organized. I'm fucking sorry, okay? The 12th is the Video Game Awards show. I like the Video Game Awards show. Nelson, do you like the Video Game Awards show?
Yeah, I do, because to me it's the best show of the year because it's the most diverse. And by that, I mean you see a little bit of everything. from
Yes.
coming from to everything. Like every platform, every type of genre, every size of game, there's a smorgasbord of good games. Plus the Summer Games Fest sucks. It's like everything that didn't make the summer, you know what I mean? All rolled into one.
Yes. See, and some people, they strictly like watching the video game awards just for the announcements, just for the video game announcements of what's coming. I like those too. Don't get me wrong. I really like those, right? We get to see a little bit of the new shit, which always is exciting. But the preferred thing about the video game awards for me is actually watching the creators go up there and accept their awards. Call me fucking boring, but I just feel like in this life that we all live, we don't get enough recognition for the shit that we do. Whether you're a school teacher,
I make parts for a living. If I worked on one part for 5 years, somebody better suck my dick.
That's what I'm saying. And I made a video on my YouTube. I'm not good at remembering the shit that I make, guys, so I'm sorry. You can look it up. It was recent. And I said it doesn't matter whether you're a teacher, whether you're a factory worker, a salesperson, it doesn't fucking matter. I think there should always be some sort of award ceremony, whether yearly or even monthly. The employee of the month, the employee of the year, the team member of the week. I think recognition is important. And the biggest thing that hurt last Video Game Awards to me was giving the fucking award people, get the fuck out after 30 seconds. It's like, bro, some of these people...
We need more commercials.
We need more... Exactly. We need a fucking another Game Pass commercial. We need another Game Pass exclusive fucking commercial. And it's like, bro, let that shit go. Let these people fucking accept their awards. They've been working on this shit for, some of them, a decade, right? 5 years, 6, 7 years. And let them talk for 2-3 fucking minutes. Like, the show's already 3 hours fucking long. What's another fucking 20 minutes by giving these people an extra couple minutes each? Just like, you only have, I don't know what, 15 nominations or some shit like that? I forget how many.
They got a lot of bullshit ones. I think they should make some different categories and get rid of some of that esports shit and creative creative content. I don't even know who these people are. Like,
facts.
They should be on the YouTube awards, like gaming content creator of the year or something.
Facts.
Not the game. You don't make a game. I don't know.
Facts. That's a fact. Otherwise, we should all be nominated for playing fucking games. Shit, most of us play more games than these fucking people do. You know what I mean? Like, they only show up for tournaments. Tournaments are what? Once a fucking month? Once every 3 months? 3 times a year? Like, who the fuck are these weirdos, bro? And then you call them athletes. Like, if they're a fucking athlete, I'm a fucking Olympian. Fuck you talking about? They're athletes. Talk about Twitter thumbs. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things is to watch them go up there, accept the awards, talk about, the struggle, and, shout out all the team members and everybody that put effort into the game. Like, I just love that shit. I really, really do. But I love everything about the Video Game Awards. Yes, including the commercials. I don't watch too much TV. I don't watch too many movies. I don't watch too many TV shows. So I'm able to watch kind of everything in one. And I appreciate the Video Game Awards for that. So it was really heartbreaking to me when we see that Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree got nominated for DLC, got nominated for Game of the Year. Now, you guys have heard a little bit of my opinion on Thrifty's podcast on Wednesday. Nelson, have you talked about this at all?
I talked about what?
The Shadow of the Erdtree nomination for Game of the Year?
You know how I feel about it. My favorite piece of content of all time is a DLC. But it's not a game. It shouldn't be Game of the Year. Blood and Wine is the best piece of gaming content I've ever played. It's still not a Game of the Year. DLC of the year, maybe content of the year, but not Game of the Year.
Yeah. Well, we said this, a lot of people said this last year when Phantom Liberty won continuing whatever continuation.
It wasn't Game of the Year, was it?
No, it wasn't. But people were bitching about that last year, and I agreed. Like, why don't DLCs have their own Game of the Year? And look, not these big, Phantom Liberties or.
It's not a game.
Why not?
It's a continuation of a game. Can I go in and buy Phantom Liberty and fucking plug it in and play it?
No, you can't. And on top of that,
No, you can't.
You have to,
It's not a game. It's added content to a game.
and not just that, but on top of that, you have to beat X amount of bosses. You have to get to a certain level and Elden Ring to even be eligible to play it. But I don't want to take away from the DLC. You know, the Elden Ring DLC. You know, it's
It can
obviously
still be up for a lot of awards. Soundtrack,
Yeah.
best ongoing content, music score, actor stuff. Pretty much everything but game of the year or anything with game in the title, really.
It should just be its own category. It should just be its own category. We get so
They should
many
have
DLCs.
a DLC remaster or HD version or whatever award. I think that'd be one of the most illustrious fucking top 3-4 awards of the whole night. Because there's a lot of good DLC and there's a lot of good remasters that come out every single year.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
no,
hard to even narrow that down to 5 or 6, to be honest with you.
well, and the worst part is that this year it wasn't slim pickings, right? It's not like there was a shortage of good games. I mean, they left Silent Hill out of there. They left fucking Space Marine 2 out of there. They left Stellar Blade out of there.
Yakuza.
Helldivers. I mean, yeah, Yakuza was big this year.
Persona 3, Reload.
Yep, Reload. I mean, there was the amount of games that left out could have filled up 2 or 3 more categories. So that's
Yeah, it wasn't one year where they put Stray up there. It was like, well, there ain't shit else that's good. Let's put Stray in there.
Hey, I played
Don't
Stray.
get me
I
wrong,
beat Stray.
I enjoyed Stray. It should have been up for Game of the Year, I'll tell you that.
It's still more worthy than Shadow of the Eltree.
That's true. But
You know? Even your, like I said on 13's podcast, even your shitty, like, Breadfall, shuffleware game has more credence to be on that fucking nomination list than Shadow of the Eltree. And it sucks. So I made a video this week. Well, I think it's the same video where
think about that real quick though. In the same game, if they do it this way, say a game like Remnant or whatever was Game of the Year, and they released 2 pieces of DLC or 3, you can win fucking Game of the Year fucking 3-4 years in a row just for putting out DLC. That's fucking insane.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. It's like, we get it. You guys have a fucking hard on for Elden Ring, and by you guys, I mean the over 100 people that voted for Shadow of the Eltree to be nominated. Skillup, I watched this video this week. He drops a weekly like news video, which I love every single week, or I watch every single week. And he was saying how, and I did a reaction video to this. He said how he's part of the over 100 personnel that do the voting, and these people all come from all sorts of media, not necessarily gaming media. For example, they got people from Times Magazine there, ESPN making some of these votes. It's like, first off, why are you even allowing these fucking people? Like, why is Jeff Keighley so hard on with fucking Hollywood? It's like, bro, video game industry is bigger than all these fucks combined. Why are you looking to get a blessing from the Hollywood fucking weirdos? Please explain that to me, Jeff. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. But either way, he's saying how he's part of the 100 and they cast their votes and there isn't a specific list. It's just whoever they vote in is whoever makes the nomination list, right? And FYI, the shit that we vote only accounts for about 10%. So we're talking, our shit doesn't even count. 10% is what our vote, the amount of weight our votes have. Basically, our shit don't even count. So it really comes into play if there's some sort of tiebreaker or something like that. That's when the maybe or 10% comes into play. But the nominations this year for all categories is basically a lot of the same games that are in the Game of the Year are also part of the, soundtrack and voice acting and all this shit. So, Hero, you're absolutely right. They have an inferior complex, which I don't understand. Like I said earlier, we have one of the biggest markets. We make more money than Hollywood music combined, right? So I don't get it, man. But I'm gonna be there to tune in and watch it. I'm also gonna be doing some research on the other Game Awards show. I know the Twin Sticks just happened recently, and Helldivers cleaned up during that award show. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing my research, see where I can watch it next year, see where I can, because some of this stuff is held over in Europe, and figuring out the times and stuff like that gets a little confusing. So if any of the viewers or listeners that are from Europe, who knows about these different award shows, please let us know exactly when, where, and how. Anything that you have to say about the Game Award show, Nelson?
No, that just irritated me. Like all these great games that have, that are full game releases, and we get a DLC and a card game.
So check this out. The card game, even though it may not be people's preferred game, it still deserves to be there. It's its own thing, right?
I think that it can be an indie game of the year, the mobile game of the year, but I don't think there's enough in a card game when you think of all the different aspects that go into a game with animation and soundtrack and acting and animation, and it lacks almost all that shit that what a game represents to be in that category.
Well, Mr. Iron Man says that the Joystick Awards had a DLC of the year category. Look at that.
As they should.
So Solitaire, because it did make the Game of the Year nomination, I bought it. I bought it on Monday.
Yeah, you know what? That game sold like 50,000 copies. Now that bitch has sold 3 million in like a week. Imagine that.
Well, that's what happens when it's nominated. It's all part of the business, right? This happens during the Grammys, where no-name people get nominated. All of a sudden, their fucking record hits gold or platinum, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? But yeah, that's how it happens. But I did buy it on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, and it should arrive either tomorrow or Tuesday. I got it from Best Buy. It was a Black Friday thing. I paid $20 for it, and I got it for the PS5, and I'm patiently waiting on it. I'm gonna check it out, and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see what it's all about, because every other game in there except for Shadow of Erdtree I've played. I have played Elden Ring a little bit, but I haven't played Shadow of the Erdtree, and I couldn't play it even if I wanted to, because I have to level up. I have to get to the point that they wanted me to get to in order to play that DLC. You know what I mean? So I'll never be able to play it, even if I wanted to, because I suck. So I can't fucking play the damn game. No matter how much I want to play the DLC, I can't. Unless I fucking take a pill that makes me Warwana and I get good and I can beat it. But that doesn't exist. Warwana, can we screenplay?
Honestly, it's commitment. It's just, yeah.
Can we screenplay? Or screen share? What is it? Screen share?
Screen share, yeah.
Can we screen share Warwana so you can get me to that point?
Play for me. Play for him.
Well, not level up, War, but I mean, like, get to the point of the game where the DLC opens up for me. And yeah, I do have to level up. I gotta level up myself. What do you mean? If I don't level up myself, I won't be able to get there. But yeah, since we're talking about Black Friday, let's get into that a little bit. But before we do, let me catch up with the chat here. Golden, you will never get to that point. Thanks, RPG. Thanks for the vote of confidence. He's like, you will never get to that point. Oh, shit.
You don't have the patience for
That's
that point.
fucking hilarious.
Get there. You're just not patient enough to get there. Neither am I.
No, I'm not.
Shit I gotta do.
I'm not. Black Friday sales.
My time's valuable.
Dude, not just that. Like, I tell people all the time with, like, if I was a teenager or a kid, yeah, I can fucking do it no problem. I ain't got shit to do but jack off and play games. You know
exactly.
what I mean? Fucking jerk off fucking 6 times a day and fucking play games.
Parents aren't home, fucking beat off 4 times and play video games all day. Make sure you do dishes before your parents get home. That's it.
Exactly. Fucking, what is it? Crunch all your fucking chores for the day in 20 minutes before your mom and dad gets home. So
That's
they
what
don't.
I did every time.
Oh,
every
fuck
time.
yeah. Fuck yeah. My parents were fucking assholes.
Sometimes we had a long ass driveway. I'd see those fucking headlights coming down and I'm fucking whipping dishes in the dishwasher. Like, fucking spent all day fucking beating off and playing fucking Final Fantasy or something.
And my parents were assholes. My parents didn't want me, until like the age of 14, they didn't want me going outside while they were at work. So I had to be inside the fucking house playing games because I had no other choice. They wouldn't allow me to go outside. I had to watch my sister. It's like, fuck, dude, I'm 14. I'm an adult. I can take care of myself. But yeah, they weren't like that, dude. They wanted to keep tabs on me with surprise phone calls and shit. But Black Friday sales, y'all, because I got Balatro for one of the Black Friday sales. It was $20. Original price I think was $40 maybe or $30.
God
I don't
damn, I thought
remember.
it was cheaper than that. I think it's 15.
Yeah, I would check right now on
I think the
PlayStation.
mobile's 10.
Well, check on PlayStation since you don't have to stream up.
Wilds aren't one to keep still.
Hold up, let me
Balatro.
I hate it when
I
people
thought it was 15. I
yeah, it's
looked
got
it up too.
DLC.
Everyone and their brother has bought this game now. Didn't even know what the fuck it was. Goddamn, 2 weeks ago. Like that market, whatever they paid to get on there was well worth it for them financially. It's 15
Oh, yeah.
bucks.
It's $15 on PS.
Yep.
Is that a
I think
sale
it's 10
price
on mobile.
or retail?
No, retail.
Oh shit. Physical. Damn, why was it so expensive? Well, physical will be more expensive for the indie
It's
games.
probably, yeah.
Let me Google it up real quick because I'm interested now. See how much I quote unquote saved or didn't save. Yeah, $30. So I saved $10, 33%. So it was $30, which is a pretty normal standard price for indie games. Y'all know me, I like buying games. And for indie games, when they come out, they're normally either $30 or $35 physical, where you can get them digital for like $20, $25. And I understand it. They have to. Their publishing deals are way different than the big AAA titles, right? But this Black Friday, I kind of went a little crazy on buying games, and it's not even fucking Black Friday yet. I picked up a lot of shit, man. If you guys haven't seen my mail call videos, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I did pick up a copy of Alan Wake physical, which I'm gonna keep sealed. I got that Friday when I went to go pick up my TV at Best Buy. I was waiting till payday to buy that game because the game came out on Amazon's Black Friday earlier in the week, and it was $50. Which, by the way, retail for that game is $80, and the reason it's $80 is because it includes both DLCs, which cost $10 a piece. The second DLC is better than the actual game, in my opinion. But when I was
That's what I
shopping,
felt about Blood and Wine.
when I was shopping, or I was waiting for them to grab the TV from the back, I told my son, let's go check out the video game, section. And I'm like, you know what? I'm getting a TV. Pick something out. He picked out a controller that was on sale. And I also picked out Alan Wake, but the price was $80. Oh, so I tried to buy it on Amazon, and I put it in my cart waiting for Friday till I got paid. And when I got paid, I go back to Amazon. It was sold out, right? And that didn't surprise me at all. For $50, that's a hell of a deal. You're talking about $30 off. And so I'm like, fuck it. Maybe they'll go on sale at other Black Fridays. And I saw Alan Wake there. I saw the original price of $80. I was like, you know what? Let me just ask if they price match. And I went up there and I'm like, hey, can I buy this too? $50 Amazon. They price matched it. And little do you know, today they went ahead and did a Black Friday on Alan Wake. So I got the first Alan Wake of Black Friday Best Buy for the $50. Thank you very much. So I picked it up for $50. I also picked up Tomb Raider, the physical. I already have it digitally, but I bought the physical for $20. I got that on Amazon. Nelson, what did you pick up on Amazon or for Black Friday sales on games?
I really haven't yet. I'm waiting until next, our end of the month check.
Okay.
Because I went to the dump this week. I went grocery shopping this week. That's like $600 right there. And then I got my SSD. That's another almost $300. That's $900. I got my subscription for the year. So yeah, my check's almost gone.
Yeah, I've been waiting. So normally I just buy shit, but lately
next week I'm picking up Banishers because I'm limiting myself because I'm like I still got like 4 really long games to play, and I'm gonna pick up Power Rangers when it comes out in December. And like Rise of Ronin, I still got 100+ hours in. Fucking Wukong, I probably got another 50 hours. You know what I mean? I got a lot of hours left of games to play this year. But I'm picking
Yeah.
up Banishers for 30. Um, Silent Hill 2, that's 55 or whatever. And then I'm picking up Prince of Persia.
Yeah, so that's a
Those
good
are my
game.
3.
That's a good
It's
game,
20
dude.
bucks, so.
That's a very good game. I've also purchased. So I purchased Balatro. I purchased the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. I got that for 20 bucks. I purchased. Oh, guys, I forgot. I found a brand new sealed copy of Gravity Rush, the first one. If you guys watch my video game collection videos, I have Gravity Rush 2, brand new, sealed in a copy. But I wanted to get the first one sealed to complete the collection, except for the PS Vita one, I think it was.
I
And
own it, but it says Astrobot's on sale already. That's really
it is.
surprising.
Well, yeah, you'll
I don't
see.
know how much it is.
It's $55, I believe. But yeah, I went to a flea market that we have here in my town or my city, and I saw it, dude. And he wanted like 80 for it. I was able to negotiate it down to 50. It was like it came out to be like $60 with taxes. But the game is selling for over $100 on eBay. So I felt like that was a steal. Now it may not seem like it to a lot of you guys, but it is to me because I've been wanting that game. And just in my game collection alone, I have games like Alan Wake Remaster that I bought for 25 bucks that are now worth $60, $70. I have 2 copies of Deadpool that one I bought for 30 some dollars, the other one I bought for cheaper than that, and now they're worth $80, $90. So some of these games just go up in value because they're just limited. But to start off, let me answer the question in the chat. Hero, I bought, and Not Your Mother. Yes, I'm very happy with the TV. I may need some of your help, but I bought a Samsung. Nelson, what did I tell you? S90,
SD90, I think.
SD90, SD90Q. I don't know. Fucking TV's got weird names, bro. Why the fuck can they just call it fucking something easy? But yeah, I got a Samsung S9095 QD something.
Yeah,
but
I know it's crazy. Like mine's a Sony Bravia XR 80L. Like
yes,
can't just do
S90D.
something fucking-
Thank you, Hero. I bought it. So I've been eyeing up this TV for a few months. Actually, it's not something that I just like. Oh, I'm gonna go buy a TV today. No, I've been waiting for Black Friday. Oh yeah, it's 4K. It's got all the bells and whistles. RPG for gaming. It's got the 4K 120. It's got all that stuff. But yeah, I bought the TV, and I've been waiting to buy it. It's not something that, like I said, I just fucking like, oh, I'm gonna buy a TV today. So this TV in particular, why I wanted it, I was between this and the G4. The G4, it's like double the fucking money, and I couldn't figure it out. So I went to Best Buy to see them in person, and the G4 did have a little bit better blacks, but the color grading, especially on the greens, was worse than the S90. And then I'm looking at the S95, I think it is the level up, and the green is also color grading on the 90 as well a little bit. But the reason I went with this one is because out of all the reviews I saw in this category, mid to high tier TVs, this one was the best one. So I went that route. I don't know much about TVs, but the help that I need with the TV is, I don't know why this is happening, but sometimes you can't see it in the game you're watching right now, but on some surfaces it looks staticky, and I can't figure out why that is. It's not the whole thing, it's just certain parts of the game. It's staticky. Not like static how we used to be when we were a kid, but it's like weird. It's like kind of pixelated in a way. I don't know how to fix that. But I
call it image breakage, but that's me in layman's terms.
Okay, that's what it could be called. But the TV retail is like anywhere between 2,000 and 2,200, and I've been watching it, waiting for Black Friday. Friday came down to $1,500, and I pulled the trigger on it, and I went to go pick up. I picked it up Friday, so that's another Black Friday deal that I got for gaming. But the very first one that I got was actually Sunday night with Nelson. we were playing A Way Out, and we were talking about SSDs. And as soon as we stopped gaming, I laid my head down. Best Buy comes out with, or not Best Buy, Amazon comes out with their Black Friday deals at midnight, and I bought the, what is it, 4 terabyte or 2 terabyte?
Four. We got the same one.
Okay, 4 terabyte SSD, DW Black. We got it for, what was it, 260? I think it was
260 or 270, one of the two.
some close to that. And that's another one that I've been keeping.
That's with the heatsink too.
Yeah, with the heatsink. I have, for the longest time, I thought I had a 2 terabyte SSD, but it turned out I only had a 1 terabyte SSD. And I've been looking to upgrade to the 4 terabyte for over a year now. I just waiting for the right price. I didn't want to pay over $300, and bam, we got the sale
That's
for
where I've been at.
$260.
I was like, I'll be able to get it for like 250-ish on Black Friday in a year or two, and I said by this year, and I was pretty close.
Yep. And there's an app that's called Keepa or Kepa. This app, you type in whatever item you want to buy, and basically it will let you know the sell price of this item or its history. So I was able to type in the TV, I was able to type in the SSD, and it let me know over the last year what the prices has been, and at the lowest point and the highest point. And the sell price of 260 or 270 that we paid for, that's the lowest price. The only time it was lower than that, it was like a random Tuesday last year where it dropped to 240, and the sale only lasted for about a day and a half, and it never came back. So the
lowest I personally seen it was 300 last year or this summer, and I almost got it then, but I was like, you know what? I don't want this to just sit around. It'll probably be cheaper for Black Friday, and I want to pop it in my Pro when I get a Pro. And I'm done. I'm done for the gen. No more fucking hardware shit.
Yeah,
I'm done. That's it.
I'm done. I'm done with the hardware shit too. But yeah, so we got good deals on that. Hero says, oh, and by the way, RPG's 1000% right. My TV is an Xbox. Right away, Samsung. There's a thing called game mode, and in game mode is where I can see the frames per second. I can see all that jazz. So like right now, I wonder if the TV will show you, or the screen will show you guys this. Right now, it shows my frames per second is 60. I'm at 4K. Input lag is the fastest. HDR is on, and VRR is on. I don't know if you guys will see it, but it'd be cool if you did. No, you're not seeing it. So the game mode also has the Xbox app. So all you got to do is hook up a controller, and now you're playing Xbox. So my TV is an Xbox. Hero Down Under says he's had a 4 terabyte since 2022. He wants that 8 terabyte. Damn, that's a lot of space, bro.
That's a lot of money too. Those bitches are damn near a G.
Yeah, well, now with a sell price, they're
with 4 and 2 and 6. If I got fast enough internet that I should be able to keep enough games where I don't have to swap hardly at all.
Bro, right now, downloaded, I have like 70. Between 78 and 80 games that are PS5 games, and then I have about another 90 games that are PS4 games downloaded to my 4 terabyte external hard drive. Like I have, close to 170 games installed right now, and I still have like 2 terabyte open. So the Pro gives me 2 terabytes. Now I have 4 terabyte SSD. That's 6, and then I have a 4 terabyte hard drive. Which is another, 10 or 4, so a total of 10 terabytes of space. Then the other thing I was trying to buy from PlayStation, because PlayStation did drop their Black Friday sale on Thursday. Or no, was it Friday? They dropped it this week, Thursday or Friday. And they have controllers off $20. They have physical games off. They have their digital games as well. They have Pulse Elites off $20. They got their earbuds off $30. The console, they have the Fortnite Blue Cobalt or Cobalt Star bundle for $375. That's a fucking deal. And the biggest deal to me, honestly, is the PSVR 2. $350, y'all. That is a sell price.
That's with fucking Horizon too.
That's with game. Yes, that's with Horizon.
I paid $600 for that same bundle.
So did I. I got it day one. I got it for myself as a birthday present last year. $600, bro. You're saving 40%. I mean, almost half. That is a steal. So if you've been itching for VR, this is the moment. There's a shit ton of games. We have more games coming up in the next couple months. I mean, this month in December, there's a huge game dropping. What's it called? Behemoth, which I'm not gonna buy day one because I'm gonna get the physical copy. The physical copy comes out in January. But yeah, there's lots of games on there, guys. This is the time to scoop up this skill. Another deal that I was kind of hoping to take advantage of is the DualSense Edge. So if you haven't been following me on X, or if you have, you probably seen my picture, a side-by-side picture of the DualSense Edge from the PlayStation website, $20 off. On the right side, you will see that when I put the controller in my cart, it has the regular price of $199. I contact PlayStation Direct customer service, which by the way is a pain in the ass. I told them about the PS Plus subscription. They couldn't help me with that. They said it has to lapse in order for me to take advantage of the deal, which I will get into in just a minute. The other thing is the controller. He said, let me find out for you. The dude left me hanging. I was on the chat for 25 minutes and he never came back. I go back to try again. Now all of a sudden, the controller is not part of the promotion. Gone. You do not see the DualSense Edge $20 off anywhere. I went to Reddit and I asked the question, has anybody come across this as well? People also came up saying, yeah, man, I remember seeing it on Thursday and then today it's not there anymore. And people are telling me I got to go to Amazon in fucking Switzerland in order to get this deal. People online were telling me we'll just go to Best Buy. Well, Best Buy doesn't have the Edge on sale. But the point is, I think PlayStation fucked up with their marketing, put the DualSense Edge up there as part of the $20 discount promotion for controllers, and they fucked up. And I don't want to say it was my question or my inquiry into it that they found out about it, but what a fucking coincidence that I bitch and complain about it, and then 5 minutes later, it's completely gone. Okay, fine, you fucked up. I can understand that. I fuck up in pricing at my job all the time. There's shit that should be cheaper or more expensive, and I fuck it up. But you know what I do? Even though it eats at my cost, and sometimes I lose money on an item, if the customer already saw it, I do the pricing. And I just did that last week. There was $100 off an item that should have been $200 cheaper. I gave it to him for that $100 cheaper price. My boss called me like, why are you losing $200 on this fucking item that we can't keep in stock? I had to explain it to her. All she told me was, don't let it happen again. Okay, got it. But I still did the right thing. We all saw PlayStation's fucking tripled in revenue with their hardware. You're telling me they can't afford fucking $20 off their fucking controller when we know they're making money off this shit already? Nelson, you just subscribed again to PS Plus. Please explain to me. Please explain to me when your shit ran out, how much was it before it ran out, and how much you paid for it now that you re-upped.
It ran out, what was it, Friday? It was Friday.
Okay.
And because it ran up, I was able to get it at the discounted price. What a pain in the ass. What happens if it was like December 7th and the sale goes to the 2nd? You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's dumb.
Well, my shit expires the 30th. So next week, Friday. The sale ends.
You're lucky. You can get it the 2nd, but what a pain in the ass. What happens if Black Friday's a week, or you know what I mean? Because Black Friday changes. Like last year, it was on the 22nd, so it might start the 17th, and you might not be able to get it next year.
So that's what I was gonna say next. So the sale runs through December 22nd or December 2nd. If we just go by one day a year adds on, right? Because last year's Monday is this year's Tuesday. This year's Tuesday is next week's Wednesday.
No, I'm pretty sure Thanksgiving's usually around the 22nd, not the 26th.
The third week
It's
of
all the weeks. Yeah, the third week it like changes. I don't know
yes.
the math on that, but you know.
But
what
the point
you know what I'm
is,
saying.
let's say it does go to what normally happens. Then that means I'm only going to be able to take advantage of the sale for about 1 or 2 more years, and that's it. Because then my shit will expire the 3rd of December, and the sale is only lasting until December 2nd. The point is, this is something of my complaint with the PS5 Pro. Sony fucking hates their current customer base. They hate you. They hate you with a fucking passion. You're the fucking retarded cousin who nobody likes to invite for fucking Thanksgiving, but we do because we don't want to let people know that we are the shitty people that we think we fucking are. They want your fucking money for the plates. They're gonna switch up the teeth. They're not gonna give you your fucking pricing deal, even though they changed the fucking pricing last year, and they want their full fucking money. They hate you. But they're gonna get some fucking random fucking asshole who hasn't invested in the fucking ecosystem and drop their fucking pants down and let them shove it in fucking rubber free. But for us, we gotta wine and dine them and tell them how beautiful they look and how their new eyelashes are gorgeous and the new shoes that they bought are fucking next level. And we gotta just fucking do everything for PlayStation and beg them to pay retail and not over that. So all you fucking ponies out there defending PlayStation every little fucking step of the way, fuck you. Now I understand that these feelings I've just expressed may not be the same for everybody. I understand that in different parts of the world, sales are a little bit different. Like Hero told me on my video that that's a common thing. Discounts are only good for current customers, and for new customers is where they get the discounts. And I said, yeah, I understand that, Hero. Here in America, for example, internet service, cable, these are things
I used to have to switch my fucking cable every 2 years because it would become so expensive.
Exactly.
I couldn't afford it no more.
Exactly. So these sales are usually promotional, meaning sign up with us for a year and you get this price that's special to you. But you are fully aware that once the year ends, your pricing may change. It will probably go up. But what do? We call them up.
It normally works. They give you a good deal. It's like, all right, that's a pretty good deal. And then after a year, it goes up a little bit, but it's like, well, it's still not too bad. And then by the end of your second year, you're paying 50% more than you were before, and you're like, fuck, now I gotta change cable companies.
Yes, and
you know how I know? I did it every other year for fucking a decade.
Yes, and not just that, but you're aware, and you just tell them, hey, I got, you call the competition and you say, this is where I'm at for pricing. What can you do? And most of the time, they'll let you know, this is the pricing we can do. And if you really like your internet provider, you can just let them know, hey, this is what they're offering for me this time. What can you do to keep my business? But unfortunately, you can't do that with PlayStation. Before, you can go to CD Keys or you can just go to Best Buy and go for their Black Friday. And now you can see why PlayStation is getting sued. Because they pulled all their shit from all retailers. No more cards, no more codes at the store. Now you have to go through them. And they control absolutely everything. There is no fair market, whatever you call it. But yeah, that was my experience with Black Friday this week. And this just engraved my decision to not buy shit from PlayStation anymore. Unless it's something that's unique. For example, the DualSense at the $20 off, that was unique. Nobody else was doing that pricing. Amazon in the States is not doing that pricing. I don't really need another one, but I wanted another one. And right now I am playing on my 30th anniversary controller, which is freaking gorgeous. And fuck them. Fuck PlayStation. From here on out, they got to earn every fucking dollar coming from me. How do you feel?
Dog?
How do you feel about that, Nelson, while you're over here yelling at your kid if he farted?
No, it was the dog. The dog fucking farted right next to me, dude. He fucking reeks like hell.
What the...
Nasty bastard.
Brett, maybe Amazon is not doing the sell price, but Best Buy, Amazon, and PlayStation Direct are doing the DualSense pricing. So there are different people doing. Generally, when PlayStation does their Black Friday sales, every other what do you call those? Not realtors.
CD Keys, fucking.
CD Keys is only
Everything.
doing basic, and they're only doing like $5 off. So it's not even anything crazy. Because as soon as you brought up CD Keys, I went there to check, and yeah, they only have basic. But other stores as well include the PlayStation Black Friday sales. So it's not just PlayStation does it. No, it's everybody usually follows through, either usually at the same time or a day later. And yeah, man, it just sucks, man. You know, we are invested in these consoles and the games and all that, and it's just not fair. It's just not fair. But remember, we hold the power. We're the ones that, with our power of the wallet, we can make changes. Unfortunately, it takes all of us to come together and make shit happen. But if we stop, if we stop buying their bullshit when we know it's bullshit, hopefully things will change, man. And this is the same things we've been telling bots about for years. Whenever Xbox did something we didn't like, we should have spoken up then. And we kept defending it, or you kept defending it. And now, after all these times, look where we're at. And look at the impact Xbox being a failure has had. It's not just a failure to them, but it's a failure to the video game industry. I'm not saying that because of Xbox, PlayStation is not doing a discount on PS Plus current subscribers or the $20 thing or none of that. I'm not saying that shit at all. Or the reason that the console is, or the Pro is $700 instead of cheaper. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is it doesn't fucking help it. You think when PlayStation's coming up with the pricing of the Pro, they're making a shit ton of money off of it? They're saying, well, who is our competition? Nobody. So we're going to charge $700. We're not going to include the disk drive just because I think it's weird. On the Slim, you gave us $30 off the disk drive, but on the Pro, you won't? I don't get that. But either way, anything else you have to say about the Black Friday deals? What other Black Friday deals are you looking at getting besides Banishers?
Well, if I had the extra money, like Mortal Kombat's only $20, and I'd like to play. I prefer Street Fighter and Tekken, but I do like playing through the what do you call it, the storyline on those, and I always wait for the Mortal Kombat to be discounted. Plus, my kid likes the blood and guts of that game. No wonder why he's so weird, right? But
Yeah, I bought Street Fighter on Xbox earlier this year for $20, and I wish I would have held off on it because now it's $20 on PlayStation. But yeah, I haven't played it. I don't understand how to, it's got like a whole bunch of online features, and it's making me do some online shit before I can actually just play like the campaign. So I'm just like, I gave up. Plus, it's on Xbox. I don't like the controller schemes, so I'm not willing to put up with multiple things at once just to play the damn game. So let's move on, Nelson. What was our other topic?
Katakawa.
Katagawa and PlayStation purchasing them. So I did come up with a little bit of information.
You talking about that Korean company that might buy them?
Well, the reason, not the reason they're up for sale, but basically,
I know they're not in good standing with a lot of things.
yes, they're not in good standing. This is basically the leadership of the company of Katagawa. This is what I think is happening. This is me based on what I've read and me making up my own conclusion, right? Is that the leadership of Katagawa is basically saying, hey, Sony, you're a partner of ours. We've been working with you guys for years.
You own part of us.
You own part of us. Can you please buy us? Because the current leadership we have ain't shit, and we need help. And I think that a business opportunity came for PlayStation. I think that's why they're going ahead and doing it. I could be wrong, right? This is he said, she said type of shit. But that would actually kind of make a little bit of sense to me. Also, Katagawa is huge in mobile gaming. I mean, they have a game they have two games that are in the top 10 best-selling mobile games ever, not just of the year, of ever. So, you know, and of course the manga, anime, and shit like that. But you know, something that people have been saying, especially about Sony. Now, this is me just defending Sony, because out of all the developers and publishers out there and video game companies, if somebody was to buy anybody, I would want it to be PlayStation. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna want it to be PlayStation. We've seen their track record with companies they buy. Yes, they close people down sometimes, but so does everybody else. But there's more positives coming out of PlayStation ownership.
You got a better chance of it being positive than negative.
Yes.
But there's always it's still 60-40 shot though. But a lot of places are 10-90, I guess.
10-9. And yeah, Wara, that's Nelson's kid screaming in the background, so you're not going crazy. He says, hey, I want to clarify that the sale did offer the discount for current subscribers to upgrade from lower tiers. Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Wara. So you can, if you are a basic...
that's nice, though.
Yeah, that is nice.
I would be a basic bitch until I got my fucking shit, I tell you that.
Yeah, well, that's what I would have done.
I refuse to pay full price.
Me too. I mean, 160 is still a much better deal.
It is, but when I have the type of library that I have, I don't need it. It's just nice to have.
Exactly.
I have a massive library. If I didn't have a massive library, I'd pay the 160 with a smile on my face. But
exactly,
I have a massive library.
You are absolutely right.
I don't get around to playing that many.
Yes,
so.
I have close to 600 digital games. Then I have, or physical games. I have about 300 digital games. It's like my collection is a PS Plus library. You know what I mean? Like I don't need PS Plus Premium.
It's just nice to have.
It's just nice to have because there are games like the Plucky Squire that I was able to play day and date, or Humanity.
Or there's a co-op game I'm not sure I like, and I can jump in with somebody who also has it that is 2 years old that I didn't get around to. And
exactly. So it's nice to have.
I can get Will to play Alien Nation with me.
Yes. So it is nice to have, but it's not something I need, and it just sucks. But yes, if you're a current subscriber at a basic or premium, what is it? Not premium, the middle one. If you're part of those tiers, then to upgrade, you do get the discount. But I'm currently at the high tier, so I don't qualify. But going back to Katagawa, I want to give a little pushback to all you guys that are talking about, well, this will make PlayStation a monopoly. You know, PlayStation and their manga or anime purchases previously have promised some things, and then all of a sudden they went back on it, and ownership and all this shit, right? Motherfucker, if you're a digital fucking gamer, if you are out here buying digital games, that's your preferred way of doing it. You haven't bought a physical fucking game in years. You don't even know what a physical fucking game looks like. Fuck you. You don't care about ownership. You care more about convenience than any fucking thing. Because if you cared about ownership, if that was your number one thing, you wouldn't be buying games digitally at the amount that you do. Now, I'm not talking about the guys that go ahead and buy digital games here and there, or really don't care much about ownership. They know their shit can be taken away at any point. They just like it for the convenience. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the guys that strictly do digital only. They think physical is fucking, you know, what do you call that? Old shit. Like a pre-fucking historic or whatever, or pre, you know, where you're a freaking Fred Flintstone. I'm talking to you. You should not be bitching about this at all, because you are exactly what they are. You're doing it for convenience. You're doing it because it's easier. You're doing it because it lines your pockets. You do not care. So why are you giving them shit? But besides that little rant, honestly, I don't give a shit about Katagawa. I don't play their games. I mean, they also do shit like, I think it's Octopath Traveler. I think that's part of it as well. My biggest concern with them is I hope that the way PlayStation is, they care more about the big, huge games. So I hope that they don't, all those little, you know, all the small titles that they don't get forgotten about, that they stop making those. That's my thing.
The gaming side doesn't worry me. I don't watch a lot of TV. I just don't like them having a lot of control over distribution of a lot of more anime. Because right now they're basically like a hub for a bunch of third-party shit, but they can distribute it to whoever they want because they don't own a ton of anime, you know what I mean? They own some, but they're mostly just a distribution center, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't watch
But
anime.
if they get Kadokawa and they own, I don't know how many of their animes are big or whatever, and they own a lot of them, they can say nah, you can't have that. Only we can have that. You know what I mean? They didn't make it. They just bought it so other people can't get it, like permanently, because they own it. It's not like we want to do a deal on this show. The show's only like everything's ours. I don't know how much they own. I don't watch a lot of TV, but.
Yeah, that's my only concern is on the gaming side, and also that they don't forget about the little guys, them smaller studios or the smaller IPs that they work on. I just don't want those to go away. Even though I don't play Souls games, I don't want some of that stuff to go away or whatever. Now, somebody said in one of the posts that they still want things to be the same, meaning if the game came out on Xbox, they wanted to continue to come on Xbox. I said, fuck that. Fuck that. Why the fuck would I buy something and still share with the rest? If they want to make it exclusive, like, I don't care. I don't really care about this. Everybody should play everything. I don't agree with that. I think that things are more customized, better quality, pushes gaming forward when things are exclusive because they have the money and time and all this shit to make it happen. So I don't care about exclusivity. Just like if Xbox bought something that I really play.
I've been cheering for Xbox to put out some games I want so I can buy an Xbox, but
exactly.
I can't in good conscience.
Exactly. If Xbox
everything
bought,
I have sucks, and I don't want none of it.
Exactly. If Xbox, well, they did buy Activision. If Xbox with Activision purchased,
I don't care about Activision. How many games does Activision make?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If
Diablo once every fucking 10 years, and I don't care about Call of Duty. What else?
If they made Diablo and Call of Duty exclusive, and 1 year I wanted to play a Call of Duty campaign, I would just fucking buy an Xbox. It is what it is. It is what it is. And look,
I want to buy one. I just can't in good conscience do it because there's nothing I want to play.
And I'm gonna give you guys an example. Nelson hit me up for the show tonight. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna do this top 10 games of NES and SNES." And I told Nelson,
well,
I'm
doing NES. You're doing SNES.
SNES.
We're doing our first console.
Yes, we're doing our first console ever. I told Nelson, I don't have a top 10.
I'm broke, bitch.
I was poor when I had a Super Nintendo.
So was I, but I was one of those kids who would get on their bike and ride across fucking town or borrow them from cousins or whatever. I didn't get much either. But we didn't have much money.
The point of that is that, yeah, I was poor.
I permanently borrowed a lot of games, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I was poor, but I wasn't crying, or even up to like the PS2 era. Like, we didn't really have the money to be buying a shit ton of games. Halo came out. I wanted to play Halo, but we couldn't afford a second console. So I said, oh well, I'll wait for the opportunity, or I'll work and save the money, or I made it happen. Eventually, I made it happen. It happened when I was 33 years old, but I fucking made it happen. Now I'm able to buy not everything I want, but video game wise, I can buy just about almost everything I want. And it is what it is, guys. Some things we can all buy, some things we can't. That's just how it fucking is. I would love to own a Lamborghini or a Ferrari one day. I can't fucking afford it. I'm not going to be out here sending Ferrari or Lambo an email saying, you need to come out with a cheaper option for us working class people so we can feel luxurious too. No, that's fucking silly, because I understand that a Lambo is a Lambo for a reason. The respect that brand has.
Yeah, I don't go, I want a new four-wheeler, but I'm like, fucking 15 grand for a new four-wheeler. Who is this for?
Exactly.
I just go buy a used one, or I go buy what I can afford.
Exactly. But look, I get you guys. You guys want to play the game. Some of you guys may be going through hard time financially and all this shit. And look, and I relate, man. I've been there. I know what it's like. It's one of those feelings. I am
myself. I'd like to get more games on sale, but I gotta pace myself. Last few months have been rough, you know.
Exactly.
The last couple of years have been rough.
Exactly. Nelson's there. Yes, Nelson's there right now. You know, so it's like we relate, y'all. And you know,
my wife hasn't been able to work much the last 3 months, so we've been living off one income, and they're cutting my overtime. So, yeah.
And it's frustrating.
I gotta be more responsible.
It's frustrating, man. It's very frustrating, especially when games are coming out, consoles are coming out. You know, your friends are talking about it. Like, dude, I get it. I've been there, dude. 1 year, my furnace went out. My fucking one of my plumbing was fucked. I spent like $7,000. I didn't have $7,000. I had to fucking borrow to fucking pay that shit. I worked like 80 hours a week that fucking year just to catch up. For Christmas that year, I wasn't able to get my son anything. I got him a fucking little like toy car or whatever, and thankfully he was a baby, so he didn't know shit about shit. But you know what that felt like as a person, as a man?
Yeah, my kids aren't getting that much this year, to be honest.
Dude, it's what you felt.
They're really not.
You feel like ass.
But I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them a Switch 2 for probably their birthdays. So my wife not working the last 3 months. Like, we should have more money in the bank than we do. But when you're only on one income, you know what I mean. Not to mention she's racking up doctor bills. It is what it is. I got my pros and my SSD. That's what I got out of all my overtime. But all that extra money was just backfilling from her not working. You know.
Yeah. So we've been
migraines and her sickness and all that shit.
And Nelson, a couple of years ago, how were you doing with money? Can you buy whatever the hell you wanted?
All kinds of money. I didn't have to worry about it.
There you go. So me and Nelson have both been on both sides of the coin. We've been broke as fuck, and we've had enough money to buy whatever game we want. So I understand what it feels like. But at the same time, guys, we cannot, just because we're in these situations, we cannot bring up the starving children in fucking Ecuador or something like that just because price is
You're responsible for your own spending. There's something that you probably do that if you really wanted something, that fucking $7 coffee you ever get every day, there's your payment for a new TV or something every month. You know what I mean?
Yep. Like, I've been saving up for my TV for a year and a half. Every paycheck I
made payments because I didn't have money last year either,
you use credit. You use credit.
Well, whatever. I don't pay, what do you call it?
Yeah, you got 0% financing. That's still credit, dude.
0%. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got credit. Because last year, fucking, we had a $22,000 a year out of pocket, and our normal year's $3,000 to $5,000. And it was $22,000 that we had to pay out of pocket for, like, furnace, car repairs, fucking, our air conditioner. I don't remember all the shit, but it was a lot of shit, dude. That really corrupted our bank account.
Oh yeah. That year when my furnace and shit went down, my car got stolen as well. My car got stolen. I was no car, no money, house freezing in December, no Christmas, no nothing. Talk about fucking down and out on your luck. But shit goes in cycles, and you work yourself out of it. And then look, when you are able to get that Xbox to play that one game, or that PlayStation to play that PlayStation exclusive, when you get to that point where you can finally buy it and buy the games you want, you're gonna feel way better than if PlayStation. It's like, you know what, for all you brokies out there like Will and Nelson, we're gonna bring the price down to fucking free so you guys can enjoy it. Yeah, you'll be happy for the moment, but as soon as you turn that controller off, you're still gonna be in financial stress. So you're not gonna be enjoying the shit. Shit happens for a reason, I believe, and shit will come in due time. But yeah, exclusives are very, very important. Xbox with Xbox is Xbox. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. And little Timmy, not your mother. Suck it up, Timmy. I was there. I remember the first apartment we had when we fucking came to Wisconsin. And think about your living room. In that living room, you had a kitchen, the bedroom, the living room, and that's it. Oh, and the bathroom. That's it.
It used to be just me and my mom. We lived in a studio apartment.
100 square feet. It was basically a garage that they turned into 2-bedroom or a bedroom and a half. That was where I lived. We had to put our fucking dirty laundry in the big black garbage bags, walk to the city bus with fucking 3 feet of snow on the ground, take the city bus across town to go do laundry, and then fold all the shit up. Spent fucking numerous hours in the laundry, pack it up, and then get on the city bus back. And hope that the bus driver didn't charge me, the kid, fare, because my mom only had $1 left, and that was to put herself on the bus and me to get back into our house. Like, I've been part of the struggle, y'all. In the military, Nelson, you know how we struggle in the military, bro. We spent money stupidly. How many times did we fucking live paycheck to paycheck?
Yeah, I know. You live the paycheck to paycheck the whole time because as a single soldier too, because there's only one dining facility on all posts. You don't know which one's fucking open half time, or at least it was for me. So you end up spending half your fucking paycheck, which say you get $600 every 2 weeks or whatever, $650 or whatever. You're spending $300 on that every 2 weeks for food, and then they gotta live off the rest. because fucking, you know what I mean? On the weekends, you got a 4-day weekend. There's a DFAC open somewhere. Do we know where? No. Is it halfway across post, 10 miles away? Probably. Are you gonna do that? Probably not. Oh, and the fucker's only open for an hour a day, so you probably slept through it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, the only saving grace really was
that just me, or was that?
No, that was me too, and that was all my friends in the military. The only saving grace is that the shit we bought on post was tax free, so we can save a little bit of money on, you know, on cigarettes or whatever, food, you know, electronics. I remember buying a fucking video game in the PX, and that was tax free, so that was cool. But yeah, so the whole purchase thing with what's the name, Nelson?
Katagawa. Hey, you wanna know something funny? I was overseas when the 360 was out, and I didn't want to buy a new console because, like, when you leave, I did not want to put it in a backpack and be traveling all over the place when it's 120 degrees and dusty and all that shit. And the only other option was to put it on a ship. You were overseas. How long does that ship take to get back to America?
Oh, bro, months.
Like 3 months?
Yeah, months.
I didn't want to buy an expensive whatever, but I was just curious. I was like, you guys always have these 360s. The PlayStation 3s came out. Do you have those? And they're like, no, we have a contract with, we're not allowed to sell PS3s in the PX yet. They had a contract with Microsoft.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, man, so gaming is a hobby. That's a fact. And look, as much as I want gamers to enjoy themselves, I also know that you got to pay for it. Just like me. I'm bitching about PlayStation or pricing, but at the end of the day, I know that I either put up or shut up. It's that fucking simple. I'm just complaining about the way they treat the customer base currently. And I can afford the shit. I just don't think it's fair that some new asshole gets $45 off their fucking PS Plus subscription when I've been subscribed for years and I don't get shit.
$50 a year. I'm spending $2,000 and they get a discount.
Exactly.
You're breaking even on them. You're making a bank off of me. I can't get $20 discount. Really?
Facts. Facts. All right, but what was our other topic of the day? Was that it? Oh, our top 10.
Our top 10.
Yeah, let's start. So Nelson, a smart idea by Nelson. He wanted to do our top 10s of our first console ever. For me, it was the Super Nintendo. I got that when I was 5 years old, a gift from my dad. I remember playing on that thing hours and hours upon end. That console helped me get through the laundry on the bus with the big garbage bags, walking over 3 feet of snow, you know, living in a 100-square-foot apartment. That fucking console was my getaway from the whole thing. And I just want to, Mom, if you're ever listening to this, Dad, if you're ever listening to this podcast, thank you so much for getting me that fucking console. It got me through, and you guys never made me feel like we were as poor as we were. You at least got me a game on my birthday. You took me a lot to Blockbuster. So thank you. So yeah, Nelson came up with this idea. Nelson's going to go over the NES. Nelson, tell him how you got the NES.
I got the NES. My dad brought it home. And he was like, Merry Christmas. I was like, what, 3.5, I think? And I was like, oh, this is so cool, you know? And I started playing, and my dad's like, oh, Duck Hunt, wait a minute, move the fuck over. And he started playing, so moral of the story, I didn't get to play until he went his 2-week break was over. So it was really my dad's Christmas present until he went back to work.
Yeah.
Because he discovered Duck Hunt.
Do you remember how that console made you feel?
Yeah, it was awesome when I finally got to play the bitch.
Yeah. Did you have to share with your siblings?
I didn't have siblings. Yet.
You're the oldest?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, dude. I remember opening that thing up. It was for Christmas. That's the crazy thing. I
got a funny story about how I got my Super Nintendo, but we'll save that for another time.
Another time. Why not? Why not today?
Because we'll do a second generation another time when we need to fill in.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because Super Nintendo. So the Super Nintendo, out of all my memories, my whole entire life, there's only like 2 memories I have from before the age of 5. And they were mainly at school. The Super Nintendo is the biggest memory that I have going the furthest back. It's gaming. It is gaming. That is my biggest memory from the earliest moments in my life, y'all. That's how gaming is to me in my life. Crazy shit. But
That was my first present I ever remember getting was my Nintendo.
Yeah, yeah, dude, it's amazing. It's fucking amazing how we can reflect now.
I hadn't been in Batman underwear that long yet. You know what I mean? Damn near in a diaper still.
Yep. No, it's amazing how we can reflect on this shit, 30 some years later. But Nelson, so let's start off with you.
Okay, I'm gonna do.
Oh,
my honorable
wait,
mentions first.
wait. Before we do the list, let's also fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, Nelson is gonna do his top 10 Nintendo. I'm gonna do my top 10 Super Nintendo. And while you asked me, Nelson, I came up with some more games that took me like 20 minutes to think of. But go ahead.
Told you you'd think of more. There's a lot of games. I didn't own that many games, but I fucking borrowed or played them at other people's a lot. My honorable mentions are DuckTales, Chippendales Rescue Rangers, Tecmo Bowl, Super Mario Brothers, Contra, and Duck Hunt.
Those are your
My
honorable
number
mention.
10 My number 10 is Jackal.
Jackal, what's that?
Jackal was a game. What's a good way to? It's kind of like a Metal Gear game almost, but not Metal Gear. Even though I played Metal Gear back in the early '90s too. But you drove around in like a jeep and attacked other like tanks and people, soldiers on the ground and stuff like that. It's a really fun game. Look it up sometime.
Okay.
Really fun game. Really fun game.
All right, I'll do my number 10. My number 10 was Super Mario All-Stars. That game, the biggest thing with that game is the number thing I remember with that game was Mario with the what's it called, the foxtail, or the the tail where you can fly.
Oh, Super Mario 3. Marcus plays that almost all the time.
Yes, but that was on Nintendo. But
yeah, I know, but they did the Mario All Stars was a collection of those.
Yeah, a collection of those. Yes. So that's the biggest thing I can remember for that game. And man, that game was actually
Mario 3 is still my favorite Mario game of all time. Which we'll get to a little later. Spoiler alert.
So it's not my favorite game, it's number 10, but it was the first game I remember putting into my console. So it carries a lot.
Hey, did you see that thing I put in the chat where the cost, it was a Super Mario 3 was a super expensive game costing a crazy $800,000. I was like, oh my god, how games have changed.
Oh damn, that's ridiculous.
Did you see that clip I put in? Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
That was considered an extremely fucking expensive game back in the day.
Wow.
I'll put it in the chat again. Yeah.
What's your number 9, Nelson?
My number 9 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutants in Manhattan. And the reason this game makes the list, and I have this on my collection now, is because it was the only game other than Duck Hunt my dad played with me, and it was cool. My dad's never been much of a gamer guy. That's the only games throughout my entire life I could ever get him to play with me. Probably why I like playing Ninja Turtles with my kids so much and beat 'em ups. It's the only game I could get him to play was Teenage Mutant Ninja. It was probably the last game I owned for Nintendo too. It was about '93. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: Mutants in Manhattan. Never did finish that. Made it to the Technodrome many times. Died towards the end, kind of like Turtles in Time. Fucking always get the shredder die, you know what I mean? But
yeah. My it's funny because Mario Kart was the first and last game that my dad ever played with me, but that was during the Nintendo 64 era, and I think that's why I play with my son, or I try to play with him all the time, because even though he only played like 10 minutes with me, he tried. You know what I'm saying? He tried, and any kid, we all remember, we just wanted our parents to play with us, man. Especially at that age, that is huge, man. That's why I'm so proud that the very first game my son ever beat was with me, and it was It Takes Two. I will forever cherish that game for that specific reason, that it was the first game my son ever beat, and he did it with dad. And I never got that with my family or with my parents, but I was able to do it with my son. So my number 9 is actually a game that it implemented my love for flying games like Ace Combat and shit like that, and it was Star Fox. I think it was Star Fox 93. That game, man, like, I have bought
Star
every
Fox was awesome. It was one of the first games with the FX chip.
Yes.
I had a game that nobody ever really probably heard of. Nobody's probably heard on here, but I love this game. I saved so much money for this game. Used, it was $50, which this is at FuncoLand because it was a fucking rare game, but I wanted it because I used to be obsessed with dirt bikes. Like I've had a lot of dirt bike games.
Give it another go.
Dirt Tracks FX. If you don't know what it is, YouTube it.
How you like that shot?
I'll put it in the chat later. If you're in the Discord. If you're not, join the Discord.
Running low on charges.
Yes. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, so Star Fox was the one for me, man. I don't know exactly when I got the game. I was very little, but I know we got it when we moved to my state, Wisconsin. But my Super Nintendo, I got it when we still lived in Puerto Rico. That's where I was born. But I remember Star Fox renting it at Blockbuster first. I was probably about 6 or 7 years old, somewhere around there. And I remember getting it because my dad got a voucher, or I got a voucher from school for Blockbuster, and my dad took me. I remember picking out Star Fox. I remember the art cover. It fucking looked badass with the fox on there, and I saw the fucking jets and shit. I was like, yeah, I want this. And I remember I rented it so much. I rented it like every chance I get, every time I could, for 5-6 times. And finally my mom's like, all right, we're gonna fucking buy this game for you. And it was the only
That's
game.
how I ended up with all my Van Damme movies, dude, because my mom's like, we could have bought these movies 3 times over.
Yep.
And so you fucking renting them for $1 each time. You've rented this game, they're fucking like $7.
Yeah, bro.
You've rented this shit every fucking month for like the past 4
remember,
years.
Video game rentals were more expensive than movies. Movies you can rent for like $1 or $2. Video games, I think it was
They were
$3.
like $3 or $4.
It was $3 for like 2 days, and then $5 for like 3 days or something like that. I forget, but they had like a little 2-tier system, or maybe that came later. I don't remember.
You were way better off just buying it unless you fucking had a week off of school or something.
So think about this: you're renting the same fucking game, 6 times fucking $5. You're fucking up
Could
there.
have got that bitch used or something.
Exactly. So I remember that was the only game my parents bought me outside of a holiday.
All hobbies are expensive. Go fucking fishing. Go hunting. Go fucking four-wheeling.
Anything.
Do anything.
Yeah.
They're all expensive.
Yeah, it was the
Hiking
only
is
game.
fucking expensive. Walking costs money.
It was the only game my parents bought me outside of a holiday, outside of a birthday, outside of Christmas during those early years. So I remember that shit, and I was so excited, man. They picked me up from school. My mom took me to Toys R Us. Remember Toys R Us? I picked out the fucking game, and I was a happy camper. So that's my number 9. What's your number 8?
I gotta look. I was looking up Dirt Tracks FX for people in the my number 8 is a sports game, believe it or not. I have this game upstairs still, to be honest. I picked it up when I got a retro Nintendo thing or whatever when I was in the army to play. Bases Loaded 2. Fucking love that game. Love the fucking I love the music in that too. Funny ass game. Love that game. When you hit the ball, and the ball would go up. I love that shit.
That's how I felt with the Star Fox music too. My number 8. What is it? 8? What number are we on? Number 7. 7. My number 7 is Super Mario Kart. It was a game that actually my mom bought for herself. If I remember correctly, she bought it for herself. My mom used to be a gamer when she was young. Well, when I was born, she was 19 years old. She was still a gamer. She used to play the shit out of Pac-Man, and I remember her buying Mario Kart for herself. And then I remember her saying, "Oh, this is too complicated for me," or "The graphics they're hurting my eyes." I was like, "You fucking kidding me? It's Super Nintendo." Now that I reflect back on it, but yeah, so it was a game that wasn't even for me. It was just I inherited from my parents.
All right, my turn.
Your turn.
7. I'm going with, and I already know people are gonna be like, why not 1, why not 3? And also, I'm not doing any games that are part of a series. So if I put Super Mario whatever 2, can't have 1 or 3. Otherwise, I put Super Mario's in honorable mentions, but I'm only picking 1 per. Otherwise, I could have 3 fucking Mega Mans on the list. So I'm going Castlevania 2, because that's the one I had. I played 1 and 3, but I only played them at a friend's house for a couple hours and didn't get that goddamn
Nobody saw
far.
that.
So 2 is my favorite because I played it the most. That simple. It's probably not the best. It might be the worst of the 3. I don't know.
My turn.
Your turn.
Number 6 for me is Street Fighter 2 Turbo. God,
Oh, I love that game. That was one of my first Super Nintendo games.
dude,
I
that
love that
fucking game with the Hadouken, bro. That game turned my
Hadouken.
world upside down. I've never been good at fighting games, even during Super or Street Fighter. I've never was good, but fuck, did I love playing the mini campaign mode that it had. It just introduced me to fighting games in general. I think after that, I started looking like Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter introduced me to Mortal Kombat
I
and
love
everything
Killer
else.
Instinct during the Super Nintendo. I thought that was underrated. I thought I was better than Mortal Kombat myself, but
Yeah. So what's your
That's-
number 6?
my number 6 is Double Dragon 1 or 2. I borrowed 1 from my cousin a lot, and I had 2. I think they're pretty equal, but I love Double Dragon 1 and 2. Never played 3.
Double Dragon. I never played
I
that.
have Double Dragon 2 upstairs, actually.
For me, my number 5 is Super Metroid. Super Metroid. That game was a pain in the ass. I think I was way too young to play it, but hey, when you only got a couple games to play, you gotta make do. I ended up loving the game, and now I buy it for the Switch, but Super Metroid is my number 5.
Funny story, that's Marcus's favorite Metroid, because I bought a Metroid Dread,
One machine left.
and he didn't really care for it, so you know what he started playing? Super Metroid.
Yeah,
Like,
Dread is...
why did I? You already had the subscription. I went out and spent $60 for this, and he prefers Super Metroid.
Yeah, I got Super Metroid, and I got the remake. What's the remake called?
It never gets old.
The one that came out last year, I think it was.
Oh, Prime.
Prime. I like it, but it's just the Switch controllers kind of suck. Maybe I should play it on my Pro.
We have a Pro controller.
Yeah, that's what I should do. I should play it on my Pro, see if it's any better.
Because I refuse to get him toggles anymore. Plus, they'll be getting a Switch 2 next year. I made it so I'm like, look, I'm not buying any more of these Joy-Con bullshit, whatever. Luke plays on one of those. Well, you see when I bought him when it went through the wash that one time. You stick the thing in and it's got solid pads on it. It's almost like a. What do you want to call them?
It's just like a PS5.
It's like a giant controller that you slip the thing into, and Marcus just sets his on his lap and plays with his Pro controller. Not buying that crap no more. They're getting older, so they're getting a little more responsible. But
It's just like.
Yeah. What's your number 3?
we're on number 5.
Or number... No, dude. We just said we're number 4.
I didn't do 5 yet.
Well, say you're 5.
Batman the game. I also forgot Dragon Warrior on this list. Dragon Warrior would have been an honorable mentions probably. But number 5 is Batman the game.
Batman the game. I've
Batman
never
the
played that
from
game.
Sunsoft.
My buddy had it. I remember my neighbor had it. Well, shout out to his dad, man. His dad used to do the gardening in his house and farming in the city, which was amazing. And I used to watch him every day. And then he ended up getting me like a plastic rake and shit so I can help him out. I couldn't help him. It was just cheap shit. But he used to play that game all the fucking time. He would never let me borrow. He was an asshole. His dad was fucking cool as shit, but he was an asshole.
The NES one or the Super Nintendo one?
Super Nintendo one.
The Super Nintendo one, I own that game, the Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Where you threw the batarangs with the guys on the bikes and shit like that, and then picked them up and drove the guys into the ground. Right?
Wasn't it called Batman Returns?
Yeah, that was a Super Nintendo one. I'm talking about the NES one.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I've never played that.
Okay, number 4, are you up? And I know I'm waiting for somebody to say, "Oh, you don't like Zelda?" No, I don't. I don't like Zelda. Never have. Sorry.
Number 4 for me is Mortal Kombat for the Super Nintendo. Once again, Street Fighter got me going, and I wanted more of it, so Street Fighter was the other one that I got. And to this day, those are the only 2 fighting games that I've like looked for to buy or play. I don't do none of the other shit, like how Nelson. What was the game you called? That other fighter game?
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct. Like none of that shit interests me because
Marcus
I've never.
loves the song too.
I never
Yeah.
played it. I never owned it. But yeah, Mortal Kombat for the Super
That's actually the
Nintendo.
game I still play most on my Xbox. That's the reason I turn my Xbox on most is to play the 2013 or one or whatever. I have the Ultimate Edition. I love like Killer Instinct. That's, in my opinion, that's the best game last gen. But that's me.
All right, what's your number 3?
My number 4 is Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 6.
No, 1.
Oh, 1. Damn, you're old.
I am old. I told you this. 6 came out like
Pick it up later.
late SNES days. This
Shit.
is number 1. I think I played it in '91, so I think it'd been out for about 3 or 4 years already. But yeah,
All right. My number 3 is Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo. That one, is it called Yoshi's Island? No, it's called Yoshi's
it's
Island.
Yoshi's Island,
That's Super Mario
yeah.
World 2, Yoshi's Island. Yep. I
Yeah.
mean, I played well, you'll see from my 2 and 3 and number 1, but because of those games, I was a huge fan of Yoshi, bro. So as soon as I saw that there was a Yoshi's Island, I wanted it, and thankfully my parents got it for me at Christmas, or no, it was my birthday, I think it was. What's next on
Okay,
your
my
list?
number 3, Mega Man 2.
Haha,
Mega
Mega
Man
Man.
2.
I love
Best
Mega Man.
There was like 6 Mega Mans on the NES. 2 was my favorite. Plus it had Dr. Wily's song, which is fucking an amazing song. And I
Yeah,
thought it had the best bosses. And I haven't played that game. Well, Marcus still plays that game. And you know how old that game, that game looks today? He still enjoys that game.
am I at 3 or am I at 2?
I'm not sure. I might have jumped you. I
Well-
made a list.
Well, I have sort of a list. All right, I'll just give you my top 3 after that, and if I give you one more, I give you one more. But my other one is Mega Man for the Super Nintendo.
Mega Man X?
Yes, Mega Man X,
That's
bro.
Marcus's favorite.
The
Dude, I love that
fucking
game.
music in that game, next fucking level.
I listen to that soundtrack actually monthly. You seen the song I posted today, right?
Yep, that's fucking
I've been bugging
baller.
I've been bugging that dude. He actually made Marcus's favorite stage, and a lot of them. I got him onto that soundtrack, and he's got all the stages now except for I think he's still got Sting Chameleon and Launch Octopus left, right? I told him to get Sting Chameleon next. We'll see. I had to wait 3 years to get that one. He took a huge break, but yeah, we got Boomer Kawanger today, baby. Woo! I'm adding that to my music or my work list, listening list. And
Yeah,
shout
Mega
out,
Man.
if you guys want to check it out, check out CR Chris Robinson Guitar, CR Guitar. Check him out. He does mix up some. And if you leave a comment in this chat or let me know, I can give some suggestions. He's done like 10 of mine, so great guy.
Yeah, Mega Man. It was just such a great game, man. It was like one of the.
Fuck, every stage soundtrack was amazing too.
It was the only shooter that I had besides Star Fox on the Super Nintendo, but I don't consider Star Fox to be a shooter. It's like a flyer, a jet fighting game. But yeah,
the
man.
platform was great too, and then being able to hold the hold charge really changed the game because
Yeah.
all the Mega Mans before that, you just shot the yellow, like fucking. It looked like one of those airsoft BBs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Yeah,
then
no.
You finally got the charge, and then when you stole
And the
Phil's power,
boots.
then you could finally charge. Yeah, the boots and
Man.
the you got the helmet. The helmet broke. You could break through rock and shit like that to get in the secret areas.
You like it hot?
Yeah, dude, it was
Then you got
amazing.
Zero's cannon, and then you could do the purple swirl. What the hell is that beam cannon called? You
I
played
don't
even
know.
more than I do. I'm talking to my kid. Marcus has beaten it like 32 times.
All right, so the next one, number 2 for me, is Donkey Kong. What's the name of it? I got it written down here. Hold on.
Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country. Yep. Donkey Kong Country, man. Fuck, Donkey Kong Country was more of a family game. That was the only game that my parents would sit down and watch. Especially when my sister was born. My sister was born in '93. They would just sit there, hold
So
my
was
sister,
mine.
and
Well,
fucking
my brother
watch. And just fucking watch. Man, I remember my sister being a little pain in the fucking ass, and my parents, instead of dealing with two kids, so like, you play video games, we'll fucking watch you. Because, you know, back in those times, we only had one TV, you know, there was a family living room TV, and it was the only game that would sit and watch me play. They would request it. Like, can you play Donkey Kong? So, yeah, that's number 2 on my list. I've grown to love that game very, very much.
The two bad stacks asked, do you guys pick up anything in the PSN Black Friday store? I'm picking mine up when I get my beginning of the month check for some military stuff. Because I got my SSD this week. I went to the dump. I think I went to this if you haven't been here the whole show, but I spent about $1,100 this week so far.
Oh, bro.
So I'm going to space it out a little bit. Yeah.
Bro, this
week. I got paid and my check almost damn near gone already.
Dude, fuck you mean? I bought a PS5 Pro last Saturday. I bought a PS5 Slim.
You have more money than me though.
30th anniversary. I bought in 3 30th anniversary controllers. One is Nelson's, which he paid me back for. I bought Alan Wake for Black Friday. Tomb Raider for Black Friday. Slitterhead, I paid retail for that. Balastro, I bought that for Black Friday, you know, wanting to see what the fuss is about the new game. And I've also purchased another SSD like Nelson, 4 terabyte WD Black. This has been the most expensive gaming week for me ever, dude. It's fucking crazy. I'm done buying shit. That's it.
I'm picking up Banishers next week, Silent Hill 2, and Prince of Persia. There's like 4 other games I want, but I have so many to play, and I gotta start like tapering shit down for Christmas because we had like $1,000 worth of construction to do to our house a couple weeks ago too, and my wife's been ill and hasn't been able to work. Like this weekend is like the first time she's worked like more than like 2 days all like last 3-4 months. So we've been surviving off just my income, which is a lot harder to do on one income. So.
And our number 1. What is our number 1 of the NES?
I didn't do my number 2 yet. My number 2 is my favorite Mario game of all time. One of the greatest games of all time. Super Mario Bros. 3.
Super Mario's 3, bro. Classic. That's known by everybody. Isn't that like Nintendo's most sold game or something?
At the time it was like 8 or 9 million copies.
Okay.
Unless you count Super Mario Bros. Because they packaged it in, they count that as like 63 million. I don't count that shit.
Yeah, my number 1 for the Super Nintendo is Super Mario World, baby. Super Mario World. That is my number 1, man. That game will forever, ever hold a place in my heart. And I want to buy an OG cartridge of Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. But they're just so expensive, and I just whatever. But yeah, that is my number 1, man. That is the first game I've ever played. Actually, no, not the first game I've ever played. It's the second game because Mario All Stars was the first game I played, and then motivated me to get Super Mario World after I played All Stars, or asked my parents for it.
All right, everyone's expecting Zelda. Tough shit. I don't like Zelda games. Get over it. My number 1 NES game of all time is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out / Punch-Out. I had Punch-Out. My cousin had Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. They didn't sell Mike Tyson's Punch-Out no more, and it was more expensive, so I got Punch-Out. But I had first borrowed it from my cousin and played. I've been trying to beat Mike Tyson for 35 years, and I still ain't beat him, or Mr. Dream. I haven't beat either one of them, so. But I put 500 plus hours in that, and I got the Mike Tyson, and I got the Mr. Dream. I just couldn't beat the bastards.
Mike
that
Tyson.
was pretty impressive for a kid that was like 4 or 5 years old. So
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out will be my honorable mentions for sure. For sure. Anything else, Nelson?
No, my kids keep bothering me because my wife's still at work. God damn, she's gone late. Holy shit.
That's cool.
At least she's making money today.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, that's all we got for y'all today, man. Nelson, anything else you want to tell the people?
Nope. Just stay out of the cold. It's chest congestion season, as you can probably tell. Shit's been. My wife's the worst off. But
yeah, I would say keep an eye out on the Black Friday. Hasn't even officially started yet. I mean, it did, but we still got this week. This week, I think we'll see much bigger sales. I do have another like 150, 200 bucks in my budget, just because I know that I tell myself I'm not gonna buy nothing else, and then I see a good deal, and I'm like, I want to buy it. So that's it.
Yeah,
Anything
no,
outside of
I said
that, I
wasn't
am
gonna buy
done.
anything the rest of the year, but I knew better than that. I'm trying to limit myself to like 4 games the rest of the year, though. But we'll see how that goes. Maybe if my wife has a good week, or maybe if they tell me on December 1st or 2nd that we'll have Sundays coming up, I'll be like, ooh, I can afford a little more now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's what sucks is our meeting that they would tell us that in. So I'm gonna probably badger my boss on the 2nd so I can remote order shit if he thinks there's gonna be overtime up. But they usually tell us in the meeting, but I'll probably be on his ass on the 2nd because our meeting's the 3rd to see. Because if I can work another Sunday, that's another couple $100. I can spend another 50 or 60. You know what I'm saying? So,
Nelson, what about for next tornado? Do we have a date, a time?
I think we're gonna more than likely do Friday. Just stay tuned.
Okay, so stay tuned, guys. We're gonna be doing our State of Game podcast on Friday. This Friday, Black Friday. We're getting our buddy from Europe. What is it, Switzerland or something?
Netherlands. He lives in the
Netherlands to get on the show. Like I told you guys when we first started this podcast, is we will arrange the show date, start time, whatever. If you want to hop in and you can't do it during the 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Sunday nights. So if you want to get on and you can only get on during X times, if me and Nelson are available, we will make that change for you. I'm excited for Hero. Hero, you know, we should have done this top 10 with Hero on the show because Hero is another fucking gamer that's been gaming forever, and he's even got some
We
cool
should have
shit.
asked him. We needed a person today, anyways. We should have asked him.
I mean, we don't need anybody, to be real with you. We want to have Hero and other people on, but, you know, we can do this show, me and Nelson, or just me, or just Nelson if need be, but it's nice to have you guys on the community here, man. That's what we did this for. We want to get you guys involved. We want you guys to be on here, sharing with your gaming experience, telling us what you're gaming on, the whole 9 yards. So thank y'all so much for coming in and chilling with us on this Sunday evening. Let's start this work week. Hey, it's only a 3-day work week for most of us. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then it's Turkey Day. I might put up a live on Thursday on Thanksgiving Day from my PS Portal. I'll be at my sister's house for Thanksgiving this year. She's got high-speed internet, so I'll be probably eating turkey, playing on my Portal, hanging out with the family. So I might go live then. Nelson, anything else you want to let the people know?
No, I'm gonna drop videos of my games in my top 10, and if you guys want to check them out, and you don't know what the hell they are.
That's right. So, watch my video today, y'all. I put a video of opening up my 30th anniversary controller, and man, does it look fucking beautiful. It is beautiful. It feels like a regular controller, but it doesn't. It feels like 30 years ago. So go check that out. It's a beautiful looking controller. I'm excited for Nelson to get his. And that's all we got for y'all today. We will catch you guys on Tuesday for the Just Playing podcast. If nothing changes, because I know it's a holiday week, so RPG, I don't know if you're still down, but if he is, we will catch you guys on Tuesday at the Just Playing live stream. Otherwise, catch us on Friday. We'll put up a time for when the show will start. The State of Game podcast with Tornado on there. Keep it gaming, y'all.